Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Dina and today we will be opening a Fates Collide booster box. This is the first Fates Collide packs that I've ever opened actually, which is pretty cool. This box was made possible by my awesome Patreon patron July. And I don't know if I've mentioned before in a card opening video, but the other Patreon patrons' donations that I've been receiving are going towards a binaural microphone, which I'm in the process of purchasing. I believe we should have it and the audio recorder all set up by the next time we open Pokemon cards. I'm very excited about it. Always difficult to open the plastic wrap and not make too much noise. Let's see, how about if we go this way? There we go. So here we have the front of the box, and I'm going to make it into the nice booster box display. Mega Alakazam on the front there, and here reality shifts and is remade. Mega Alakazam EX sees the future and shapes it to unify two worlds. The legendary Pokemon Zygarde arrives in many forms to bring order. Together with Lugia Break, Mega Altaria EX, and Umbreon EX, fates are sealed and two Pokemon worlds join together in the Pokemon TCG XY Fates Collide expansion. I like how Mega Alakazam has his feet holding each other. Alright, so I have not opened any of these packs before, Fates Collide I mean, so we're going to go a little bit slower through the first 9 booster packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And as usual, we will be doing a 4-part card opening series where I open 9 booster packs in each, and then we'll do a roundup and sorting video at the end so you can kind of see what I got. Pushing that to the back here, let us start off with Mega Alakazam. Look how intense he looks. He's actually got a pretty detailed beard here as well. So it says there are over 120 cards in this expansion, so hopefully we won't be doubling up too quickly. Oh, there we go. Oh, I kind of messed that up, didn't I? This is not a very clean start to the booster pack. There we go. First card up is a Burmy. He has 60 HP, and there are multiple forms of the Burmy there. I always like Pokemon where they have multiple forms, you know? This is a Bagworm Pokemon with Hang Down for 10. If its cloak is broken in battle, it quickly remakes the cloak with materials nearby. Guess that kind of explains the different forms. Ooh, and a Larvitar. He's a rock skin Pokemon with 60 HP and an attack called Reckless Charge for 20 damage. This Pokemon does 10 damage to itself. Born deep underground, it comes above ground and becomes a pupa once it has finished eating the surrounding soil. So it actually eats the soil. Interesting. Aw, cute little seal. This seal has 80 HP and an attack here called Icy Snow for 10. Pretty simple. Covered with light blue fur, its hide is thick and tough. It is active in bitter cold of negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Next up we have Riolu, with a very interesting camera angle here. 60 HP. It is an emanation Pokemon. Okay. Oh, and hello. I know. Oh, no. Come on. Get down. Come on. Come on. Sorry for the cat interruption. This Riolu has an attack called Smash Punch for 30. You do have to flip a coin, and if tails, this attack does nothing. The aura that emanates from its body intensifies to alert others if it is afraid or sad. Aww. Here we have a Jigglypuff with a Spoink and Snivy in the background. Balloon Pokemon with 70 HP, Fairy type. Pound for 10 and roll out for 20. If it inflates to sing a lullaby, it can perform longer and cause sure drowsiness in its audience. Thanks for helping, but get back in my lap, goofball. Oh, and here we have a reverse holo Riolu, which we had just opened. Ooh, and our first rare in this whole booster box is a holo Mew. That's awesome. Check it out. I didn't even know Mew was in this set. Again, I don't really like to look up too much information about the sets before I open them, so this was a big surprise. This Mew has 50 HP, is a new species Pokemon, and has an ability Memories of Dawn. This Pokemon can use the attacks of any of your basic Pokemon in play. You still need the necessary energy to use each attack, as well as encounter. Search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterward. Its DNA is said to contain the genetic codes of all Pokemon, so it can use all kinds of techniques. Very cool looking. Well, definitely gets to go in the special pile, don't you think? Next up, we have Wormadam, which evolves from Burmy. Interesting that in the left-hand corner there, the stage 1, where it says evolves from Burmy, they have the multiple forms of Burmy there. This Wormadam has 110 HP and is fighting type. It's a bagworm Pokemon with an attack here, Sand Spray for 30, and Twin Bursts 60 plus. If Mothim is on your bench, it does 60 more damage. When Burmy evolved, its cloak became part of this Pokemon's body. The cloak is never shed. And here we have a Zygarde. This Zygarde has 90 HP, an attack called Lookout. Switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with his or her active Pokemon, as well as Aura Break for 70. If the defending Pokemon is a Dark or Fairy Pokemon, it can't attack during your opponent's next turn. It's hypothesized that it's monitoring those who destroy the ecosystem from deep in the cave where it lives. And last up we have a Whimsicott, 90 HP, Fairy type, evolves from Cottony. It's a wind-veiled Pokemon, and it has an attack called Light Steps for 40. Move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your benched Pokemon. Like the wind, it can slip through any gap, no matter how small. It leaves balls of white fluff behind. Aw, cute. And we have our first code card. Hope you guys get something good. Let me know if you do. Wow, that was an eventful first pack opening, full of kitty cats trying to join in, as well as Mew. And now we have, oops, there we go, Delphox, Break, I hope we get some break cards. I feel like we haven't gotten any for a while. Maybe it's because recently I opened the Sun and Moon cards instead. First card here, it is a Carbink with 90 HP. He is fighting type rather than fairy, and black and blue. A jewel Pokemon with an ability Safeguard. Prevent all effects of attacks, including damage, done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon EX. And we also have Power Gem for a simple 40 damage. It has slept underground for hundreds of millions of years since its birth. It's occasionally found during the excavation of caves. Hundreds of millions of years. I didn't know that the Pokemon world was so old. Next up we have a Fennekin with 50 HP, setting fire to something. A fox Pokemon with an attack Invite Out. Flip a coin. If heads, switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with one of his or her active Pokemon. As it walks, it munches on a twig in place of a snack and intimidates opponents by puffing hot air out of its ears. Next up we have a Solosis, 30 HP, and there's a little shelter in the background as well. Mini Link is the attack here, 10+. If Solosis is on your bench, this attack does 30 more damage. They drive away attackers by unleashing psychic power. They can use telepathy to talk with others. And we have another Riolu. Followed by a Spoink with a very detailed jewel on its head. Spoink is such a cute Pokemon, don't you think? This Spoink has 60 HP and an attack called Rocket Jump for 30 damage. Flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. Similar to the Riolu. It bounces around on its tail to keep its heart pumping. It carries a pearl from Clam Pearl on its head. Oh, so that's not like part of it, it's actually from a Clam Pearl? Interesting. I wonder if there's a Clam Pearl in the set. Our reverse holo here is Chaos Tower. It's one of those like double-sided stadium cards. This one says, choose which way this card faces before you play it. This player's Pokemon can't be asleep or paralyzed. If those Pokemon are already asleep or paralyzed, remove those special conditions. On the flip side, this player's Pokemon can't be confused or poisoned. Interesting. Definitely looks trippier with the reverse holo on. And the super shiny one behind it, that I keep accidentally sneaking peeks of, is Audino EX. Oh, wow. Even the eyes are all shiny and hollow. Ooh. Audino's so cute, but I feel bad for her. This Audino EX has 180 HP, is a basic Pokemon, and has a Drain Slap here for 20 damage. You then heal 20 damage from this Pokemon. And kind of a throwback move here to the original like Wigglytuff, we have Do the Wave for 60+. This attack does 10 more damage for each of your benched Pokemon. It's number 84 out of 124. Oh, speaking of Wigglytuff, this Wigglytuff has 100 HP and is a balloon Pokemon as well, with Expand for 30. During your opponent's next turn, any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks is reduced by 30, after applying weakness and resistance. We also have Double Slap 60 times. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 60 damage times the number of heads. The body is soft and rubbery. When angered, it will suck in air and inflate itself to an enormous size. Next we have Lass's Special, and with a Roserade, or a Roselia in the background. Draw a card for each of your opponent's benched basic Pokemon. Followed by an Omanite. Ooh, and it's restored from the fossil there. Helix fossil. It's a spiral Pokemon with, it looks like an underwater city. Water Gun is the only attack here for 30 damage. Revived from an ancient fossil, this Pokemon uses air stored in its shell to sink and rise in water. Cool. Code card. Well, 2 for 2 on good packs so far. Pretty good way to start out this booster box. Here we have a Lugia break. I wonder why Lugia was included in this set. I'm not opening these packs very cleanly, am I? So, to start off this pack, we have a Diglett with Zubat in the background, looking at a crystal. This Diglett has 40 HP and an attack Ram for 10. Its skin is very thin. If it is exposed to light, its blood heats up, causing it to grow weak. Aw, poor guy. Here we have a Larvitar with a different artwork, 50 HP, and a different attack set. Mountain Munch is the first. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck, as well as Corkscrew Punch for 20. Born deep underground, it comes above ground and becomes a pupa once it is finished eating the surrounding soil. So same little blurb, but different attacks, I believe, so interesting. And Meowth in a very anime style artwork. 70 HP with Turmoil Strike. This attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. Don't apply weakness and resistance for benched Pokemon. Adores round objects. It wanders the streets on a nightly basis to look for dropped loose change. Vullaby here, 60 HP. It's a diapered Pokemon, it says. Leer is the first attack. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. You also have a Cutting Wind for 40. Their wings are too tiny to allow them to fly. They guard their posteriors with bones that were gathered by Mandibuzz. Little bone diaper there. Wonder what kind of bone or skull, that is. Here we have a coughing. This coughing has 60 HP, and its only attack is division. Search your deck for up to 2 coughing. Put them onto your bench. Shuffle your deck afterward. Lighter than air gases in its body keep it aloft. The gases not only smell, they're also explosive. Oh, and we've got a reverse holo rare Snorlax here, with some very interesting artwork. Look at the people's faces. This Snorlax has 140 HP, with an attack called Toss and Turn for 30+. This attack can be used even if this Pokemon is asleep. If it is, this attack does 90 more damage. Wow. As well as Swallow, 50 damage. Heal from this Pokemon the same amount of damage you did to your opponent's active Pokemon. Its stomach can digest any kind of food, even if it happens to be moldy or rotten. It's got a really cool holo pattern, don't you think? Alright, so a reverse holo rare. Alright, okay. Our actual rare in the pack. So our third pack here has a reverse holo rare in it, but what about the actual rare in the pack? A Lugia non-holo rare. Awesome. Sure, it could have even been better if it was holo, but I'll take a non-holo version of the legendary Lugia. Look at that artwork. Pretty intense, huh? 120 HP, and he is a diving Pokemon here, with an ability Pressure. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, any damage done by attacks from your opponent's active Pokemon is reduced by 20. We also have Intensifying Burn for 60+. If your opponent's active Pokemon is Pokemon EX, this attack does 60 more damage. It is said to be the guardian of the seas. It is rumored to have been seen on the night of a storm. And we have Shuckle, 80 HP. It's called a mold Pokemon. Hide a berry. Draw 2 cards, then put a card from your hand on the bottom of your deck. Wrap. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed, and that does 30 damage. It stores berries inside its shell. To avoid attacks, it hides beneath rocks and remains completely still. It is number 1 out of 124, by the way. We also have a Fairy Garden. Each Pokemon that has any fairy energy attached to it, both yours and your opponent's, has no retreat cost. And Fossil Excavation Kit. Put 2 in any combination of Helix Fossil Ammonite, Dome Fossil Kabuto, or Old Amber Aerodactyl cards from your discard pile into your hand. Whoops, upside down. Well, not a bad third pack. Woof. So we've gotten Holo Mew, and then an EX, and then a reverse holo rare and Lugia. What? We've started out pretty lucky here, haven't we? And we've still 6 more booster packs in this portion of the booster box opening. I am not opening these cleanly. We are doubling up now with Burmy to start. Oh, but we've not gotten the Snubbull yet. 70 HP and Fairy type. Ruckus is the attack here. 50 damage. Flip a coin if tails, this attack does nothing. Small Pokemon flee from its scary face. It is, however, considered by women to be cute. It's kind of cute in like a grumpy cat way. Bronzor is the next Pokemon here. Steel and 60 HP. Iron Defense is the attack here. Flip a coin. If heads, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage, done to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. Implements shaped like it were discovered in ancient tombs. It is unknown if they are related. Aw, cute little Minccino in a field of flowers. Looks like he's kind of chasing his tail, huh? This Minccino has 50 HP and a simple attack of Tail Smack 420. These Pokemon prefer a tidy habitat. They are always sweeping and dusting, using their tails as brooms. Aw, cute. Oh, and Deerling. This Deerling has 60 HP. It's called a Seasoned Pokemon, with an attack called Find a Friend. Search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterward. The turning of the seasons changes the color and scent of this Pokemon's fur. People use it to mark the seasons. We've got a reverse holo Jigglypuff with his buddies. And the rare in this pack is a Mandibuzz non-holo rare. So our first pack, that's kind of a disappointing pack. Not bad though. Mandibuzz here has 110 HP and is dark type. Evolves from Vullaby, a Bone Vulture Pokemon. Bone Drop is the attack here. It does 60 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon that has an ability. Don't apply weakness and resistance for benched Pokemon. And Cutting Wind for 80 damage. Watching from the sky, they swoop to strike weakened Pokemon on the ground. They decorate themselves with bones. Creepy. Helix Fossil Ammonite. Look at the bottom 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal an Ammonite you find there and put it onto your bench. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. That's an interesting way to do it. As well as Random Receiver. Reveal cards from the top of your deck until you reveal a supporter card. Put it into your hand, shuffle all other cards back into your deck. Audino Spirit Link. Ooh, maybe we'll get a Mega Audino. That would be cool. Your turn does not end if the Pokemon this card is attached to becomes Mega Audino EX. Code card for those of you who play the online TCG. Alright, on to pack number 5. So we've gone through all the cover artwork, I believe, at this point. Back to Mega Alakazam. I wonder if they have like Abra and Kadabra as well, or if they just don't jump straight to Alakazam EX or Mega Alakazam EX. I feel like I got let down by the Evolutions set. How they didn't have like Squirtle and Wartortle and the regular Blastoise. They just skipped like straight to Mega Blastoise EX, or regular Blastoise EX I should say too. Carbink is the first one in this booster pack. I almost said booster box, but nope. Followed up by Fennekin. So, starting to double up here. Solosis. Is this the same order as we saw earlier? It seems familiar. and a Riolu, and a Spoink. Ooh, this is a different Wormadam than we saw last time. This Wormadam is a reverse holo uncommon, metal type, or steel type rather. 110 or 100 HP with an attack called Strike Back 20 times. This attack does 20 damage times the number of damage counters on this Pokemon. Also have Iron Head, 60 plus. Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 20 more damage for each heads. When Burmy evolved, its cloak became part of its Pokemon body. The cloak is never shed. So, same blurb as last time, but a different form. Ooh, and our rare in this pack is a Lucario non-holo. Look at all the aura emanating from it. Fighting type, 110 HP. Beat Down is the first attack here for 40, and then we have Magnum Kick for 70. By reading the auras of all things, it can tell how others are feeling from over half a mile away. So not a holo, but still pretty cool. I kind of consider Lucario not as like a legendary, but I guess as like a, how would you describe it? Important Pokemon? Next up we have Duosion, 60 HP, evolves from Solosis. It's a mitosis Pokemon. Attack here is Double Link, 10 plus. If Solosis is on your bench, this attack does 30 more damage. If Duosion is on your bench, this attack does 60 more damage. When their two divided brains think the same thoughts, their psychic power is maximized. So there's actually two guys in here? Interesting. Kangaskhan is the next. Only an uncommon, This Kangaskhan has a pretty intense artwork, grabbing at the camera. 120 HP, with an attack, Tiny Punch for 40. I wonder if he's doing the punch. And Mega Punch for 100, though you do need 4 energy cards, or 2 double colorless. If it is safe, the young gets out of its belly pouch to play. The adult keeps a close eye on the youngster. And here we have Cinccino, 90 HP, very cute and floaty, in a whole bunch of flowers. I like the cute artwork style as well. It says he's a Scarf Pokemon. Covet is the first attack here. Your opponent reveals his or her hand. Choose a card you find there and put it at the bottom of your opponent's deck. Last Resort, is the other attack for 60. Flip a coin. If tails, attack does nothing. Cinccino's body is coated in a special oil that helps it deflect attacks such as punches. I'd not heard that about him before. And code card. So 2 packs in a row without a holo. Maybe we used up some of our luck at the beginning. It's okay, we still have 4 more. Come on, Delphox, give us something good. First up, we have a Minccino in a different artwork, cleaning up some spoons, it looks like. Here it says it's a chinchilla Pokemon, which I guess makes sense. First attack, and only attack, is Cleaning Up. Discard a Pokemon tool card attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Interesting effect. These Pokemon prefer a tidy habitat. Oh, that's right, we already saw this one. This set seems to have a lot of, like, the same Pokemon, but in different, like, artworks and attacks and stuff. Pretty interesting. Next, we have Whismur. 60 HP, and looks so scared. First attack is Pound for 10, and then we have Round, 10 times. This attack does 10 damage, times the number of your Pokemon that have the round attack. If it senses danger, it scares the foe by crying out with the volume of a jet plane engine. Whoa. And here we have a Gothita with a very lacy and ribbony background. This Gothita has 60 HP and an attack Psybeam here for 20 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. They intently observe both trainers and Pokemon. Apparently, they are looking at something that only Gothita can see. Creepy, but cute. Creepy and cute. Oh, here we go again with a Pokemon that we've seen before in this set, but a different styling. Riolu again, 70 HP, still from a low angle. Emanation Pokemon with Double Smash, 10 times. Flip 2 coins, this attack does 10 damage times the number of heads. The aura that emanates from its body intensifies to alert others if it is afraid or sad. Cottony here, 50 HP. Fairy Wind is its only attack for 10 damage. Perhaps because they feel more at ease in a group, they stick to others they find. They end up looking like a cloud. You can kind of see the two in the background. Here we have a reverse holo. It's an Ammonite, which is an uncommon. And the rare in this pack, Exploud, is a non-holo rare. So we are getting a couple non-holo rares in here. 140 HP, and now we just need a Loudred. This guy is a loud noise Pokemon. He looks very large and intense, but he's only 4'11" it turns out. Ambush is the first attack here, 80 plus. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 40 more damage. And Cacophony. At the end of your opponent's next turn, discard the defending Pokemon and all cards attached to it. Wow, that'd be good for getting rid of an EX card. Its roar in battle shakes the ground like a tremor, or like an earthquake is struck. To the special pile with you, and we have another Zygarde. The dog form. As well as Chaos Tower. Yeah, it definitely looked cooler as a reverse holo, don't you think? Followed by Shuckle. I don't know why I keep flipping those upside down on accident. Alrighty. Got 3 more chances for something good. Seriously? So we've got 3 more chances for something good. Maybe Lugia can give us something. So we've already seen that there was a Lugia non-holo rare, but wonder if there's a Lugia EX as well? Does it say so on the back? Oh, a Lugia break, I see. Ooh, so yeah, that makes sense because he's all golden on the cover here, like the break cards. Oop. Try it this way. Starting off in a way that we have already a few times, a Burmy, and then a Snubble, and a Bronzor, with a Minccino, and a Deerling. Does this order seem familiar to anyone else? Moltres Reverse Holo Rare. That came out of nowhere. What? I wasn't even expecting a Moltres in here. Much less than a Reverse Holo spot. Okay, alright. This Moltres has 120 HP and has an attack called Combustion for 20, as well as Flying Flare for 80 plus. You may do 40 more damage. If you do, this Pokemon does 20 damage to itself. One of the legendary bird Pokemon, it is said that its appearance indicates the coming of spring. And it is number 9 out of 127. Very cool. Well, wonder what's in the actual rare spot. Ooh, Lucario Holo. So a reverse holo rare legendary and a holo rare. Okay, getting some luck back here. And he's got the Mega Alakazam, it looks like on a television. This Lucario is Steel type and has 110 HP. Vacuum Wave is the first attack here. 50 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance. Fight Alone is the attack here for 30 plus. If you have fewer Pokemon in play than your opponent, this attack does 60 more damage for each Pokemon fewer you have in play. Huh. By reading the auras of all things, it can tell how others are feeling from over half a mile away. So same as the other guy. Number 63 out of 124. Cool, so getting some of our luck back. Next we have N. Aww. Each player shuffles his or her hand into his or her deck. Then each player draws a card from each of his or her remaining prize cards. Interesting. He's sitting there with a Zorua. Oh, and a Braixen. 80 HP. One of my favorite Pokemon designs, by the way. Destructive Flame here for 20 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. We've also got Crackling Ribbon for 30. When the twig is plucked from its tail, friction sets the twig alight. The flame is used to send signals to its allies. Ooh, here we have a Mega Catcher. Switch one of your opponent's benched Mega Evolution Pokemon with his or her active Pokemon. That's kind of weird. Wonder what case that would be useful for. Alrighty. Well, that pack definitely made up for some in the middle. 2 more to go. Though technically we have the whole rest of the box afterward. Come on, Zygarde, give us something good with your snake hands. I don't really care for the design of Zygarde. Alrighty. Diglett to start off here. With a Snivy, 60 HP, in a field of flowers. Blot is the attack. Does 10 damage, and you heal 10 damage from this Pokemon. They photosynthesize by bathing their tails in sunlight. When they're not feeling well, their tails droop. Aww. Coughing, which we've seen earlier, as well as Volapy with its skull diaper. Larvitar, one of the two artworks. Reverse Holo Bronzor, which is a common. And the rare in this pack is Omastar, non-holo rare. So there seem to be a fair amount of non-holo rares in the set, don't there? There are two Omastar here, actually. It looks like in an abandoned city that's been reclaimed a bit by nature. 120 HP here for this Omastar. Restoring Beam is the first attack. Once during your turn, before your attack, you may search your deck for a restored Pokemon and put it onto your bench. Shuffle your deck afterward. Spinning attack is next for 60 damage. Once wrapped around its prey, it never lets go. It eats the prey by tearing at it with its sharp fangs. Ugh, creepy. Next up, Dome Fossil Kabuto. Look at the bottom 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal a Kabuto you find there and put it into your bench. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Ooh, Altaria Spirit Link. Aw, Altaria is so pretty, and I really like how fluffy Mega Altaria is. Your turn does not end if the Pokemon this card is attached to becomes Mega Altaria EX. I really want to get an Altaria and Mega Altaria. Next, Bent Spoon, which is a Pokemon tool. Prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks except damage done to the Pokemon this card is attached to. Existing effects are not removed. Code card. Alrighty, we've made it to the last pack in this first quarter. Come on, Mega Alakazam, don't fail us now. Alright, starting off with the Cleaning Up Minchino. Oh! Alright, this is gonna be a good pack. But we have to wait and open it as they come. Whismur is next. Followed by a Gothita. Riolu. Cottony. Our reverse holo is an Alakazam Spirit Link. Your turn does not end if the Pokemon this card is attached to becomes Mega Alakazam EX. And the rare in this pack, which is more than just a rare, Diancie EX. Ooh, cool. Check out how there's like even like little jewels coming out of the card. Do you see that? Ooh, so shiny. We have some Diancie EX and Mega Diancie EX already in the collection, so this will be a good addition. Wonder if I should make a deck with them. 150 HP for this Diancie EX. Sparkle Veil is the ability. So long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, any damage done to your Pokemon, whoops, by an opponent's attack is reduced by 30 after applying weakness and resistance. We've also got Wonder Stage for 60+. there's any stadium card in play, this attack does 50 more damage. Number 72 out of 124. Very cool addition to our special binder. Next we have another Altaria Spirit Link, as well as Dome Fossil Kabuto. Oh, and a new card that we've not gotten so far. Here we have Hawlucha doing like a backwards flip, 70 HP. Here we have a Hawlucha doing a backflip, 70 HP, with an attack, surprise surprise, called Backflip, draw a card. Wicked Jab is the attack for 30, flip a coin, if heads your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Alright, so ends our first part of 4 of our Fates Collides booster box opening. To refresh really quickly before we sort our cards, there was Diancie EX, Alakazam Spirit Link Reverse, Omastar Non-Holo Rare, Bronzor Reverse, Lucario Holo, Moltres Reverse Holo Rare, Exploud Non-Holo Rare, Omanyte Reverse Holo Rare, or Reverse Holo Uncommon, Lucario Non-Holo Rare, Wormadam Reverse Holo Uncommon, the Steel Wormadam, Mandibuzz Non-Holo Rare, Mandibuzz Non-Holo Rare, Jigglypuff Common Reverse, Lugia Non-Holo Rare, but you know, a legendary. Snorlax Reverse Holo Rare, Audino EX, Chaos Tower Reverse, Riolu Reverse, and Mew Holo. Ooh, some really cool cards in here. Thanks for watching, and as usual, I will be sorting these cards until the end of the video, sorting them by type, and eventually by the end, sorting them by alphabetical order to stick into my collection, which you can kind of see in the back there. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you in part 2.